you've barely done anything since you've gotten here. All right, you spend most of your time upstairs. You only come down to grab food or to watch TV once we've gone to bed. I mean, you can't even be bothered to have dinner with us most of the time. And now, you want to take off? To go God knows where? To take part in God knows what?
I told you, it's a sleep study.
Right. And that's all you've told me. I don't know why you're playing this so secretively, Wanda. It's like you're planning a jailbreak or something.
Aren't I, though? I'm a grown woman, yet I feel as if I need to ask your permission to go and do what I want.
No, you're right. You are a grown woman, living rent-free in our house.
I'm sorry that my divorce was such an inconvenience for you, Lucas.
Oh, please, don't even start with that.
This has nothing to do with that. All right? We are more than happy to open our home to you. But the issue I have is for weeks now. You've been saying you're going to go buy your own car, which you haven't done. Right? You've also said that you were going to find a job. You haven't even filled out an application. You blame your lack of motivation on your anxiety and your depression, but you can't even pick up the phone to make a doctor's appointment. All right? I mean, I'm asking simple questions, and all I'm getting are dramatics.
Dramatics? I'm not the one who's being dramatic. Look, I'm just asking to borrow the car for a few days so I can drive to Mineral, a place where people are expecting me to be. A job. Isn't that what this is really about?
What do you mean?
You think I'm milking this? Wallowing in my own self-pity?
Oh, no, wait a minute,
No!
Wanda.
Just hear me out. Look, I understand. It's been hard having me here. Trying to get back on my feet. I can't begin to thank you enough for helping me. But now I just need a little more help. I just need to borrow the car, and then I'll come back with a little money, and maybe then I can take that next step forward.
I just don't think it's a good idea.
Why?
Something seems off about this whole situation.
First, you want me to go out and make money. Then you feel skeptical about the work I did find and want me to stay back. Why don't you make up your mind and get back to me?
I just think your time would be better spent here on something more practical. Okay, listen, I'm not trying to be an asshole here. I'm not. When you and Glenn got divorced, you said you needed some time to better yourself. I'm sympathetic to that. I can't help but think you're using this as an opportunity to take off and just escape reality for a few days.
Is that so wrong?
How do you even know that this is a real thing, Wanda? I mean, you filled out some clickbait survey online. What are you going to say when it turns out to be some sort of timeshare pitch or something?
Well, I guess then you'll get the pleasure of telling me I told you so. Please, Lucas, I need to go. I'd much rather drive myself there and back rather than, I don't know, hitchhiking.
God, there's the dramatics again.
Gloria, it's late. Let's just call it a night. We can talk about it again in the morning.
I'll have to leave by at least 1 o'clock.
Well, whose fault is that you waited till the last minute? Let's go to bed. We'll talk about it again tomorrow, okay? Listen, at the table, we can have some breakfast, all right, at a decent hour. Okay?
Fine, whatever.
What's up?
I thought Gloria made you quit smoking.
Yeah, no, she did. Looks like sneaking out runs in the family, huh?
I wasn't. I was just gonna run to the store.
I never thought you'd actually swipe my car, Wanda.
Lucas,
I got some balls, you know that?
I need to go.
Go. Seriously, it's okay. You can go. I get it.
I really am just trying to work on myself.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, the old Wanda, she'd still be upstairs in her room sulking right now, so.
What are you gonna tell Gloria?
You know, I don't know, but we'll talk about it in the morning. But hey, do me a favor and bring my car back in one piece, though, okay? Otherwise, we are both gonna get it. I love you, sis. You know that. I know you're gonna find what you're looking for, okay? Get out of here before you freeze to death. Hey, do me a favor, though. Pick that up. I don't want Gloria to find it.
Excuse me, miss. You wouldn't happen to be Wanda Fulcio, would you?
Yes, I am.
My name's Victor. I'm the assistant to Dr. Pretorious.
All right.
If you just follow me up to the old school, that's where you'll be staying.
The address brought me here.
Yeah, the Google Maps doesn't really pick up the building very well. Small towns like this.
What did you say your name was again?
Victor Fair, ma'am.
And you work for the doctor?
That is what I said, isn't it? Follow me up to the old schoolhouse. They're expecting you. Don't you want to get your things?
I didn't bring anything with me.
All right. I'll get the doctor.
This used to be the embalming room, you know.
Jesus Christ. You scared the shit out of me.
Name's Marguerite, but my friends call me Margot.
Oh, so you're not the doctor.
Nope, like I said. Name's Margot. I was joking, you know.
What?
I was joking about it being an embalming room.
I figured as much.
Well, aren't you going to tell me your name?
Wanda. Wonderful Chia.
We've been expecting you.
You work for the doctor?
Oh, no, I didn't know who he was until I got the email saying this was a quote-unquote sleep experiment.
Right.
But don't worry. Everything seems to be on the up and up.
What?
Well, that's what you're worried about, isn't it? That this was yet another letdown, or better yet, something sinister.
How do you know what I'm thinking?
You wear your thoughts on your sleeve, Wanda.
Ah, there you are. I'm Dr. Richard Pretorious. This here is Theodore Olson.
Hi.
And you've already met Victor, I assume.
Hi, it's nice to meet you. My name is Wanda.
Wanda Fortier. Yeah, we've been expecting you.
Now it's a party. We're just waiting on one more.
If you'll just follow me to the back of the room now, we can perform the exam while we wait.
It's extremely invasive.
Now, take a deep breath. And again.
Well, doctor. Am I dying?
We're all dying, Miss Fortier. It's just a matter of how long. Well, we're going to use this as the main operating room. The center for operations.
Cheerful.
Oh, I don't know. Nothing's more comforting than my 6th grade math class.
Oh, so you're from around here?
Oh, no. I grew up in Idaho Falls, actually. I just mean that, well, you know, once you've seen one small town school.
Everywheresville, USA.
Yes, look, believe it or not, until fairly recently, this school was used as a overflow ward for the local hospital during the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, it was supposed to be torn down when the city commissioned a new building to be built in town. But luckily, my funding came through just in time. It's a perfect place to conduct group studies, don't you think? More than accommodating lodging with plenty of living space and quite the aura of academia to it. The plan is for doctors like myself to use this sort of shared space to conduct our research.
What is it exactly that you're researching?
The criminally under-researched phenomenon known as sleep paralysis.
But I've never experienced sleep paralysis.
Exactly why you were chosen.
I don't understand.
The good doctor here thinks he can give it to us.
Look, I'm not taking any experimental drugs.
You won't have to. This is strictly a holistic study. Now, all I need is your time and open minds. As soon as our last guests arrive, I'll be more than happy to fill you in.
Hello?
It just so happens that time is now.
Oh, fuck me, the welcome wagon?
Oh, you must be Porter Watson and Dr. Pretorious.
What's up, Doc? Hey, you got a place where I can snatch my stuff?
Yes, I'll have my assistant Victor show you to your room here shortly.
Perfect. Baby. Hey, yo, Doc. How about introducing me to the rest of the band? Cleopatra, isn't it?
Marguerite Swanson, our resident fortune teller.
But my friends call me Margot.
Logger Theodore Randolph.
Hey.
What up, man?
And Mrs. Wanda for cheer.
Miss Wonderful Chia.
So, I'm afraid I didn't catch a social security or occupation for you there, Miss Fulci.
Well, I'm in a bit of a transitional period at the moment.
Ha! A woman after my own heart. Well, I gotta say, if you two ladies are the specters that haunt these gloomy halls, well, I'm still glad that I came.
Now that you're all here, can I offer you all a drink back in the operations room?
Yo, this surprise party just keeps getting better and better, don't it?
And again. All done, you passed.
You know, I didn't hear nothing about them flying colors. You're awfully thorough for a sleep study there, Doc.
My research is awfully thorough.
And what is that, exactly?
We were just getting to that when you arrived.
Before the welcome wagon was summoned.
My sincerest apologies, y'all.
Quite the hassle. You really threw a wrench in the whole operation, man.
Yeah, Mama says I got a knack for doing that.
You best get a hold of your class, Doctor.
Yes, as some of you may have guessed, I belong to a collective of independently funded researchers dedicated to solving the biggest mystery since man first arrived on the scene. The human mind.
Couldn't have picked a better study group, I'll say.
Well, being someone with degrees in both psychiatry and hypnotherapy, I've long been fascinated with disorders that accompany generalized anxiety, post-traumatic stress, and obsessive compulsion.
None of that was on the survey, Doctor.
No, it wasn't. How many of you here have heard of sleep paralysis? Good. I can spare you most of the gory details about shadow creatures and witch demons. Now, as you may have guessed, it has been proven that the majority of people who experience sleep paralysis and night terrors have also been diagnosed with post-traumatic stress and panic attacks. The reason for these outbursts is due to the overstimulation of the amygdala and the mid-interior cingulate cortex. The same center is, of course, tied to nightmares, hence sleep paralysis.
You're losing me, Doc.
Yeah, can you fast forward to the part where, I don't know, we can understand?
Yes, certainly. My purpose here is to try and find a way that we deal with both sleep paralysis and night terrors, though the focus is on the latter. Now, as I mentioned to you, Wanda, previously, I don't plan on using any experimental drugs. Similarly, I don't plan on using electrotherapy or lobotomizing you. So there's no need to worry. We aren't living in the days of Dr. Frankenstein. I believe there is an option for a more holistic approach, because the overstimulation of this part of the brain is the reason for these issues. And through my research into hypnosis and cognitive behavioral therapy, I believe that we can find a way to, open the door, if you will, to where these issues lie. Now, I specifically chose you four because of your lack of experience to sleep paralysis. That is evidence that this door has never been opened. But the goal, through understanding how to open it, is then to understand how to reverse engineer it closed again without the use of psychotropic drugs, which ends up being more than a mask for these demons rather than a solution.
How ghostly.
Don't get ghostly and ghoulish confused. That offends them.
Look, I'm training on, in layman's terms, the study itself. I'll be hypnotizing you as a group, and with any luck, I will excite that part of the unconscious mind, and I'll monitor your sleep habits for a couple of days, and if successful, I'll reverse the process.
I'm sorry. You're going to hypnotize us?
Now that is ghostly.
Look, I can assure you, I'm very experienced and have been able to help people with unlocking memories to further deal with their trauma and therapy sessions. You're in good hands.
I'm sorry for the skepticism. I don't know.
Well, could be the biggest trip I've ever taken. I'm in.
Your sanity is nothing to gamble with.
I've leveraged a lot more than that for $1.
You're here.
Man, I knew there was something about you.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I just figured you looked a bit strange to be a doctor.
Well, perception is everything.
And your name, Pretorious?
Well, it's it's half German.
Nah, that's not it. Yo, why do I feel like I've heard that name before?
Well, my great-grandfather was quite famous back home.
Huh. Okay, so at what point, Doc, do you try to sell us your tofu wheatgrass supplements out of the trunk?
I take it you don't believe in hypnosis as a legitimate form of therapy.
Nah, and I don't believe in energy crystals either.
Oh, here I thought your brutish persona was just an act.
Hey, look here, baby girl. I'm just as open-minded as the next guy, but this kind of homeopathic stuff, it just ain't my jam.
Shocker.
Look, I'm just saying, there's a reason why my grandma lived to be 83 years old. And it wasn't because of ginseng or water chestnuts.
Look, this might come as a surprise to you, but just because you kicked around the same city blocks your whole life to become a what? Amateur boxer? Doesn't mean there isn't a whole world of possibilities out there that you couldn't even begin to imagine.
Listen, I'm not denying the importance of modern medicine, Mr. Watson. My interest is strictly in cognitive behavior.
Hey, that's the thing. That's what I mean with these whole people that think smoking weed and chia seed oil is the cure for everything. And that the ancient Chinese had it all figured out with natural medicine, even though the life expectancies of a 1500 China was 25.
You're all over the place. I don't even know what your point is.
All right, look, my point is this. If you got sleeping issues, they made a pill for it.
Well, there's not a pill for everything.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's making you stay here.
Yeah.
If you want to leave, the door is right there.
Whoa, chill. Who said anything about leaving? Look, a couple $100 to play Chris Angel Mind Freak? Yeah, I'll stick around. Even if it is to keep a fair, skeptical opinion.
Glad to hear it. Now, if the rest of you wish to continue on with the study, we will begin first thing tomorrow afternoon, and after dinner, I will have you leave your keys and phone with my assistant, Victor, who will return next Friday after the exam is over.
Our keys?
Have you ever heard of a man named Kenneth Hawkins? So Kenneth, he suffered from a ever-worsening sleep disorder, which led him to sleepwalk. So one night, he climbed into his car. He drove up the wrong lane. Just here on the interstate, on I-12. It was one of the many tragic cases of sleep driving.
Man, that shit sound made up.
Most things do until it happens. Now tonight, I want you to relax. Carry on the way you would in any other setting. Then there's drink and food in the cafeteria, and hopefully, a bottle of scotch.
Read my mind. Hey, maybe you are a mystic after all, Doc.